Fall back! It's no good. Nothing's breaking through their armor. Gerald! What is it, Connor? I'm kind of busy here. I need you to run. The hell are you talking about? We can take them. I don't think we can. You need to get back to town. Gather another team as fast as you can and get back here. It's our only hope. Oh, Bri, if you listen, what the hell is this place? This is Pod Against the Machine.
Pod Against the Machine.
Welcome back to Pod Against the Machine, the only podcast where we have wonderful plant friends that everybody just abandons. It's very sad. Your host, Sam, and this is everybody else who is very happy with me right now. You have to be, because I said so.
Oh, Sam.
What a joke.
We're just elated.
That was actually good. All right, I'm less angry. Mostly at Jeff, though. Sam, you're still on a. I'm not gonna say a list because we can't swear, but I am gonna say it's not a good list.
Aw, I thought that it was gonna be like the best list.
We'll see how this goes.
All right. Well, when we last left our story, you had a very interesting and educational encounter with some sort of plant monster. It wanted some red food from you, and you were unwilling to provide it. Vargas, thinking quickly, proved that, of course, none of you have blood by offering his metal arm, which was thoroughly chomped. And once the creature realized that all of you weren't food, it asked you a bunch of questions and let you go about your business, hacking the planet. Brixby got a whole bunch of information and figured out exactly what this place is, really, or at least what some of it is. And then when you tried to leave, you promised to bring some blood back for the creature. It did not believe you, and things got unpleasant. But after running away from our planty friend, surely never to see it again, we explored a bit more of the ship and found an unlocked door on the southeastern corner, which led into a room with some beds, some blood, and some pretty big, fancy-looking robots, which is where we find ourselves. You are standing in a room with a row of beds sitting along the southern wall, and there are glowing screens and metal desks on the northern wall, spatters of blood everywhere on the beds, on the floor, on the walls, and a large metal device in the southeastern corner, which is humming softly. And there are two robotic entities in here. One of them is a white, approximately person-sized robot of some sort with syringe-like claws on one of its hands, attached via translucent tubes to tanks on its back. Its face glows with an unsettling blue light. The other being is a flying robot. A soft whirring noise accompanies the flying mechanism on this creature. Its arms and hands extend in spindly, multi-jointed fingers, and 4 circular rotators hold this creature aloft. Now, before you can do much of anything in this room, you hear the white robot say, Now, Brixby, knowing a bit of Androphin, will recognize what the robot just said as, "The doctor will see you soon." But this robot looks a bit more menacing than the kind of robot that wants a doctor to see you, so why doesn't everybody just go ahead and roll for initiative? Alright, let's Let's see, who wants to volunteer their initiative?
Brixby rolled a 13 for a 16.
16 from Brixby, and how about Kira?
Kira also rolled a 13 for an 18.
All right, and Vargas?
Vargas rolled a 3 for a 5.
Very nice. And Asher, who I can't see on the map, where is Asher?
To
Yeah,
the
Ashley's-
east of Kira. Just directly next to her.
Oh, he's under me.
Oh,
Same square.
well,
Yeah, Mr. Scurrying Swarmer, what you doing?
told you. 5 buddies. I rolled a natural 1. Plus 4 for a 5.
All right, well, sad to say, this flying beastie will be going first. And then the flying friend is going to, since it is looming in the air over Brixby, it is going to reach out with its claw hands, and it's going to try to smack him around a little bit. The first attack is going to be a 15.
That hits my flat-footed AC of 11, Sam.
Well, you are slammed for 5 damage,
Ouch.
and it's going to get a free attempt to grab. Just check, how does an 11 feel against your CMD?
My CMD, which is garbage as a level 1 rogue, level 1 wizard, is 12, Sam. So, you ain't grabbing this.
Alright, so the good news is you're not grabbed. The bad news is it's going to slam you one more time.
Heck.
So that is a 13 to hit.
13 also beats my flat-footed AC of 11.
This time it's going to be 7 damage.
No.
And it's going to get once more an 11 on the grab attempt.
Thankfully fails to grab me.
All right. Well, the creature, or the flying robot monster's turn is finished, and Kira is up.
Yeah, Kira sees this thing go after Brix a couple times and was like, well, that's not... Come on, man. And she will go for the flying guy, because also it's, much closer than the other two, dude. Oh, no, that's a 3 plus 6, but that's probably not going to do it. 9 hit.
No, a 9 does not hit the flying monster robot thingy. Would you like to take a move action?
Well, where's Asher? No. No. No.
All right, you sound confident in that decision.
We'll see. I feel like I'm gonna regret that.
All right, Brixby is up.
Oh boy. Well, I went from full HP to a quarter of my HP in that round. So Brix, being the melee monster that he is going to take a 10-foot step directly to the east behind his friend Vargas, opening up an advantageous front spot for his friend Asher, so he doesn't have to shoot through anybody.
Now, is that a full withdrawal, or
It's
is
a full
that
withdrawal. Yeah, he's using his full action to
Move
do a
action.
full withdrawal.
Okay.
Can I also, really quickly, as a free action, try shouting in Broken Androthan, "We do not need medical care. Leave us alone"?
You can indeed. And the creature responds, which you may know means this is a routine medical procedure.
You don't have a choice.
I see. One robot beats you up, and the other one's like, see, now you need healing.
You look very hurt.
They're running a grift on us.
And this robot is going to go 5, 10, 15, and finish its movement by climbing up onto a bed so that it can swing a claw at Vargas. That is an 11 to hit.
That is thankfully a miss.
Flat-footed.
Yes.
All right.
12 flat-footed.
All right, then that particular friend's turn is over, and Asher is up.
Well, since Brixby vacated his square with a tactical retreat, Asher will take aim at this flying automaton and fire.
Now, did you ever announce that you had reloaded your gun?
I did specifically announce that on air as the as the standard action I took when I moved out of the room.
All right, I was just testing you because I felt like you forgot that time.
Oh,
He was ready.
Because it's the last thing that happened before my thing triggered and I closed the door.
it's true.
He moved out of the room and then he said he
All
reloaded.
right. But that
Let's-
round
let's play back the
exploded in
tape.
the chamber.
Play it back.
Unfortunately, I don't know how this flying thing's touch AC is. Only an 8 on the die for a 15 against touch AC.
15 will hit its touch AC.
Whew. Okay. After the last garbage D8 roll, I removed that one from the equation. I'm going to try this one. Much better. 8 on the die for 9 points of bludgeoning and piercing damage.
Very nice. Sadly, you hear a twang, and the bullet bounces off the robot's metal armor. Doesn't seem to do anything at all.
Well, it's been fun. I just received a telegram. No, Asher doesn't say that. Doesn't seem that was effective against this one. Brixby, you seem to share language with it. You know, maybe you could tell me on your turn what it said. And, seeing as his gun was ineffective, Asher is going to, I guess, take a 5-foot step back. Not leaving his companions, just making sure something can't step up and full attack him, hypothetically.
All right. And we are going to Vargas.
Vargas, to start his turn as a free action, he's going to look at Brixby and say, "Tell them to stop attacking us." Because he doesn't know what you said. He can't understand. You already tried that. Then he is out of spells. So he is going to use the second point of the day from his arcane pool. You see his arm start to glow as it fills with arcane energy, and he gets a +1 to hit and damage for the next minute, and he is going to attempt to hit this thing and hopefully do better than a bullet, though probably not. That is going to be an adjusted 21.
21 will hit.
That is 8 damage, and it is not considered magical at this level. I don't get that till level 3, so it's just regular bludgeoning damage.
All right. That seems like it all goes through on this particular robot.
Oh, nice. Okay. Then that is actually, he's going to take a 5-foot step back towards Asher to the north, and that will be his turn.
Of course, leaving Brixby exposed to his new best friend. I understand.
Oh,
All right. The flying robot is going to, let's see. It's still got Kira standing right in front of it, and she just took a swing at it. So it is going to go ahead and try to slam her. First slam is only going to be a 9 to hit.
No.
And the second slam is the second 9.
Excellent.
Wasting the turn of the wonderful flying robot friend. And Kira is up.
All right. Kira's gonna take a 5-foot step. Oh God, that's gonna be a bad idea. No, sorry, Brix. Good luck, buddy. She's gonna stay where she is and keep going for the flying guy. That is a 16 on the die plus 6. 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Excellent. 5 plus 6, 11 points of damage.
You feel like you barely did anything to it.
I hate this
Definitely
guy.
harmed it. It was barely a scratch on this monster.
Yeah, that's gonna need a rage. That's my turn.
All right. We are back around to Brixby, and Brixby, you can't help but notice as you're standing in the corner of this room that the device you've got your back smashed up against, there's something in there, and it is, it's pounding. It's pounding frantically.
Well, I'd certainly love to devote a move action to look at this thing, Sam. But I have a quarter of my health, So instead, I'm going to use Scurrying Swarmer to take a 5-foot step to my northwest into Vargas's square, and I am going to ready a standard action to cast Shocking Grasp on any creature that steps into my 5-foot reach area.
Well, I think you can cast Shocking Grasp and then just hold the ready the action for the touch attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're right. Yeah, so totally. I cast Shocking Grasp after taking the 5-foot step out of the area of the threatened zone, and then I will do the cast. I will touch anybody who steps into my immediate touch zone.
Any body? Any hostile? Just
Any hostile robot or Asher. Any hostile robot will get Shocking Grasp.
cool.
Step towards me.
So, as your turn comes to an end, the medical-looking robot says,
This is Whoopsie Barocco.
which of course means please stop struggling. And it will take a 5-foot step towards both Vargas and Brixby, which will trigger Brixby's readied action.
Grabbing his necklace around his neck, closes his eyes, casts from his bonded item, Shocking Grasp. I haven't added 3 onto this because I assume this bad boy is made out of metal.
It appears to be.
So plus 8 to this roll. Which is great because I rolled a 7, so that's a 15 for melee touch.
15 versus touch will hit this robot.
Excellent. Alright, I am rolling 2d6s here. Wheel and whoa. I have a 2 and a 6, so that's an 8 total.
Which one was the electricity and which one was the sneak attack?
Oh, that's literally just my Shocking Grasp.
Oh, those were both the Shocking Grasp? Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's
that was a total
1d6
of
per
8.
casting level, and I have two caster level. So yeah, that's a big 8 points of electricity damage.
Okay, you also do get your sneak attack because you are technically flanking with your Scurrying Swarmer, and that is a melee attack.
Oh, only a 1, making that 9 in total.
All right, that looks like it did major damage to this thing. Unfortunately, it also looks like as it's coming towards you, it is fixing itself. So some of the scorch marks get kind of buffed out of its beautiful shining white carapace, and it seems to be, just doing a little robot fixing. It is going to reach out and try to claw Vargas with its syringe hand. That is a 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay, that's going to be 9 piercing damage, and I'm going to need a fortitude save.
Luckily, that is my highest save, so hopefully I don't roll too bad. I rolled too bad. That is going to be a 9 total.
Ooh, well, some kind of potion or serum or something goes from the claw of this robot into Vargas's body, and he just...
Cure light wounds, right?
He starts to feel kind of droopy and numb, and almost like he's got a -2 penalty to strength.
Ugh.
Oh god, that's gonna be terrible.
You hate to see it. And that's going to be the end of the turn for that robot, and Asher is back up.
Okay, Asher is kind of boxed in here in the back and is going to use his move to draw out the wand with his offhand and boop Brixby with it. I don't see a hit through these things this turn, so let's just see if we can keep the melee monster alive. Only 4 points of healing. Because, he's trying to get it through Vargas's legs, to, poke Brixby in the back and say, if anyone would kindly open up a space for me to be able to shoot these things. Didn't seem to work against the flying one, but in either case, here, stay alive, please. You seem to need medical care, huh?
What'd you say, 4?
To Brixby.
Oh, to
Yeah.
Brixby. Okay.
Yeah, that brings me to half health instead of quarter health. Thank
Oh, nice.
you.
And that was a move and a standard.
All right, Vargas is up. You've You got a rat in your space and feeling a little off.
Yeah, so it's going to go free action. He's going to say, "Don't let it hit you with that arm with the needles or whatever those are on it. It's some kind of poison." And then he is, with his -2 strength, going to attempt to hit this thing again. So a 14.
14 will hit.
Oh, well.
Yep.
That's not used to a robot going slow, basically. So that will be 5 damage. And then he is going to take a 5-foot step back between Kira and Asher.
All right. It seems like that all went through. So that particular robot looks like it's in rough shape. Now, our good friend, the flying robot, is going to really try to get Kira this time. Feels like round 3 is its round. The first slam, I believe, is a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. That's just going to be 4 damage and a 23 to grab.
That will also hit, or grab.
All right, so you are grappled.
Awesome.
It's going to attempt to slam you again. It's grappled as well, so it's got a little penalty here. That's only going to be a 14 to hit.
Now, is there some sort of, it feels like with a grapple, is there an AC penalty there?
Yes, there is.
Okay, well then that's probably going to hit.
All right, so that second slam will hit, and that is an additional 5 damage. And it's done. It's just holding on to, your friends.
Are we... Sam, I feel like you keep throwing friends at us, but you maybe don't know what a friend is, and it concerns me.
This thing only has multi-jointed arms. It's clearly a device that is built for hugging, and that's just what I'm having it do.
It's aggressive hugging.
It is aggressive hugging. No one taught it about personal space or boundaries. So, it is Brixby's turn.
All right. Brixby is going to take a step to the west into Kira's space, and recognizing that the injection robot is not doing so hot, despite the fact that I am not much of a frontliner, I am going to attempt a full attack against that creature. Rapier and Tailblade. Rapier first. That is a +5 on the 17 that I rolled, making that a 23, Sam.
23 will hit.
Alright, I do a 1d4 -1, so let me get that one before I do my sneak attack here. That's a 3, so that's 2 from that guy. It's a 4 on the die, so that's 6 points from the rapier. Alright, I'm going to take a swing with the tailblade. This guy is at a +0 modifier. That's a nat 20 on my pink dice. I'm going to try rolling it again. That's only an 11 this time, so I assume that doesn't confirm.
11 does not confirm, but you do hit it.
Alrighty. And with my tailblade, which is 1d2 -1, hey, guess what? I'm doing 1 point of damage. But my sneak attack adds a 5 on there, so that's 6 for that one as well.
Brixby, the melee monster, takes down the shiny white robot.
Hell
It
yeah.
goes,
Nice.
This might be my first kill in this entire AP. I'm pretty sure it is.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Finally got it. Level 16. I'm proud of you.
All right, we are on to Asher.
Did Kira get skipped?
Kira, I did skip Kira. Yeah, that was just me accidentally clicking the button twice. So, yeah, you can take your turn.
I will do that. Gonna rage and just hit this flying guy, because friends feels generous.
Do you have, this sucks to ask, but do you have like a one-handed weapon out right now? Because if you're grappled, you can use a two-handed weapon.
No, I don't, so I will punch it. I don't even know if that's a thing you can do.
You can break your grapple too, if you are interested.
That makes more
'cause you are a
sense.
strong person.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, I'll go for that.
That would be rolling with your CMB.
10 plus 6, 16.
16 does not do it. You are still grappled.
Just hanging out. I'll be there in a second, guys. Great job, Brix. That's my turn.
All right, now Asher is up. for real this time.
Cool. Asher is up for real. And considering he already tried shooting the flying one and it wasn't very effective, he'll look to Vargas and then to Brixby and say, well, one of you is going to get some healing. And just, he'll tap on Vargas because he tapped Brixby last time. 5 points of healing from the heal slinger. That's me, slinging heals. And not gonna move. That's my whole turn.
All right, Vargas, you are up.
Right. Is this bed difficult terrain?
I would say it's not really difficult terrain, but it's an extra 5 feet of movement to get on top of it, just because you gotta kind of climb.
You know what? Vargas is going to just move over here, and I will take the negative for firing into melee. He's going to shoot an acid splash at this thing, and that is a -4, correct?
Yeah.
It's -1, so that is a 16 against touch.
16 hits.
Okay. That is 2 points of damage. Acid, if it matters.
It doesn't seem to do anything at all.
Is there a check that I could roll? Well, actually, I used my move action already. I'm trying to think. Okay, yes, that's his turn.
I mean, you can do a free action for knowledge checks. Or...
For some reason, I think a knowledge check took up an action. I don't know why.
No, that's second edition.
Yeah.
2E.
Though I don't think I'd have anything that would work on him. So that's going to be my turn.
All right. Well, Robot Friend now has 2 targets in front of it. First, it's going to roll to maintain the grapple on Kira. So that's a nat 20. That grapple is maintained. And actually, is maintaining a grapple a standard action?
Yep.
Oh,
sucks.
yeah. Probably.
That sucks.
But I think as part of your maintained grapple, you could choose to do damage, right?
You can strike. Yeah, you can strike Kira with like an unarmed strike or like a 1 free arm thing. You can break the grapple or you can attempt to pin.
Alright, yeah, what it's going to do is it's going to go for the pin. It's feeling strong. That is a 19 versus your CMD.
That's a good number for it to have rolled there, Sam. Solid stuff.
Alright, well, Kira is now pinned.
Pop that in the Hero Lab. I'm learning about so many conditions tonight.
And it's your turn. Guess what? You don't get skipped for being pinned.
Oh, good.
Maybe you might as well get skipped.
Yeah, What you got for me, Hero Lab? Nothing. So, for all the listeners out there who also don't know what that means, can I do things? Just break?
A pinned creature is tightly bound and can take few actions. A pinned creature cannot move and is denied its dexterity bonus. A pinned character also takes an additional -4 penalty to its armor class. A pinned creature is limited in the actions it can take. It can always attempt to free itself, usually through a combat maneuver check or escape artist check. You can of course take verbal and mental actions, but you cannot cast any spells that require a somatic or material component.
I'm just impressed that you
She's-
rolled that off the top of your head
Oh yeah, that was straight off the dome.
so eloquently.
Just a real quick question, clarification on the pin. I didn't see anything in there where she can attack. She can no longer attack like a grappled opponent, right? So
Right,
that means
you're
she's no
tightly
longer flanking
bound, so yeah, you
with me.
cannot.
because she's not threatening. Okay, interesting.
It's basically effectively your arms are pinned to you, I guess.
Talk to me about the rules of sky medals. Can somebody throw a sky medal at another player's roll?
Yeah, you can throw a sky medal on any d20 roll before the roll takes place.
Just thinking about the breaking grapple roll and tossing a sky medal towards that.
Well, I rolled next time, but that was a 16 on the die plus. Why is my CMD high or CMB higher?
Are you raging?
I am raging. Thanks, Jeff. Okay, cool. So 16 plus 8. 24.
Jack, you are free.
Yeah. Stop, robot. Sorry.
Broken out of its hug.
Pull that one back in. Cool. So, can I leave? I don't want to leave. I want to hit it with a sword.
Well, you have a move action remaining. The standard was to break out.
Yeah. I'm not gonna move away, although I probably should. You can at least get out of Asher's way. And 5-foot step. As soon as I have the right token selected, 5-foot step to the south. And now I'm in Vargas's way. This is cool. This is going so well, team. That's my turn.
All right. Brixby is up.
Let's see. So Brixby's going to start off with a knowledge engineering check on the flying automaton.
Sounds like a good idea.
That is a 14 on the die with my -1 from my headache. That gives me a 22. Oh wait, I lied. That's a 24.
This is a collector robot. Serving as long-distance scouts, trackers, and acquisition agents, collector robots see frequent use in the study and collection of alien life forms on new worlds. They can operate independently for years, cataloging unique species while enduring extreme environments that would overwhelm their biological makers. These machines may tag a captive creature with a tracker chip that can be monitored and tracked with their integrated chip finders. They do so to observe and document the behavioral patterns of such creatures from afar, studying viable specimens for days until they eventually isolate and retrieve the studied prey again for further examination in controlled laboratories of the robot's masters. You can ask 2 questions about the collector robot.
Let's start with weaknesses or vulnerabilities.
Weaknesses. It is vulnerable to both critical hits and electricity. So if you hit it with a crit or with any sort of electrical attack, it will do damage into half.
It's a shame I don't have any more electrical attacks left. Alright, team. I guess, yeah, special attacks. Actually, no. I lied. Wait, if I ask special defenses, you can't tell me what the DR is for, because that's a separate question. Yeah, special attacks. I should have really asked the DR. Sorry, everybody at home.
The special attacks, in addition to having slam attacks, which it can use to get a free grab attempt on anyone, as we've already learned, it has an integrated stun gun, which it can use to launch a projectile non-lethally at creatures some distance away from it, and it can use that attack to embed a tracking chip in its victim, and it can then get advantages against anything that it's tracking.
Okay, well, that was helpful. Brix did not ask about its defenses, nor did he ever hit it with a physical attack, so he would not know that these physical attacks are not effective. So he is going to step south using Scurrying Swarmer into Kira Square, and he is going to do another full attack. First with the Rapier. That's a 5 on the die, Sam, so that's a 10. I'm going to say that's probably not going to hit.
Yeah, that's not going to do it.
And then he's going to go for the Tailblade with the 0. That's a 13 off the die, so that is a 13 to hit.
Yeah, that will also not do it.
Alright, so I have free actioned, moved, and standard action. I'm all out of things to do.
Alright, Asher, you are up. You do have a clean shot at this creature.
Asher has a clean shot, but it's not reloaded, and did max damage, which did nothing last time. But he would like to roll a knowledge engineering check of his own. That is a 19. That's a 14 plus 7 is 21.
21 will get you 1 question.
I'd like to know about the specific type of damage reduction
Who said anything about
or
damage?
hardness. I didn't get to finish my sentence. Or hardness.
So this specific robot has a hardness of 10, which means that essentially all attacks, energy attacks included, have the first 10 points of damage dropped off of them. The only way around hardness, generally speaking, is to use adamantine weapons, or to just hit really, really hard.
No wonder my bullet bounced off it. It's resistant to damage. I don't see Kira's token. Is she underneath the deceased robot? Or in that same square?
She's under Brix.
That's right, you're on top. Asher will take a 5-foot step forward and boop the smashiest person around, Kira Smith with a Y, with the Cure Light Wounds wand. Asher doesn't know your last name, but I do. 6 on the dice for 7 points of healing.
Solid. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's it.
All right, we're going over to Vargas.
Vargas cannot do anything to this thing. I was just doing the math in my head. My max damage, even if I didn't have my strength sapped by whatever was injected to me by the other robot, is only 9, is the most I could possibly do if I rolled max on my damage die. You know what? I'm gonna step up onto the bed. Actually, hang on, how much movement do I have in here?
Oh, I should note from where you're standing, once again with your back up against that large pod-like structure in the corner of the room, you hear pounding and screaming.
Yeah, you know what? Perception check on this pod. It's one that is an 11 to look in this
Well, you
case.
can't see through the murky liquid or whatever it is in there, but something on the inside is pounding and screaming. The voice sounds vaguely humanoid, probably male. That's about all you can tell.
You know what he's gonna say to him? He's gonna say, kind of just mumble under his breath, "Nothing we do can make this any worse." And he is going to attempt to punch the glass.
It's Connor.
And really hope. You know, that's what I'm kind of hoping, is that Connor's in there and that he's got some spells or something. Because I
He's a magic
think
guy.
you said he was a wizard or something like that.
I feel like wizard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 14 to try and punch the glass. Ooh, that is max into that. So that is 8 points of damage.
Alright, you feel like it's hard enough that it took some of that on the chin, but you scratched it.
And free action, he will call out to Asher and he'll say, "There's something in here. It may be able to help us." And he will take a 5-foot step to give him a clear shot at it once it gets around to his turn in a year and a half. And that will be his turn.
Alright, which brings us back around to our flying robot friend. Now, it's going to take a slam at each of the 2 people hanging out in that square in front of it. So we'll go for Kira first. That's a nat 1. That is not going to slam her. That is going to be a 20 to slam Brixby.
Oh,
That
Brits.
does hit Kira, yes, unfortunately.
And that is minimum damage, only 4 damage with the slam.
Right, and my if it's taking a grab, my CMD is 12. So.
Yeah, you're grabbed. You grabbed, bro. That was a 21. Alright, Kira, you are up. You know that this thing, while grappling, it's a little bit easier to hit.
Yeah, that's makes my decision a little easier. So just be like, yep, gonna hit it. Great sword. 1. Okay, that's a 7. 7 plus 8, 15.
A 15 hits because it is grappled.
Yes.
Thank God. Nice. Okay, that's a 5 plus 6 plus 8. No, plus 9. That's gonna be math. 5, 6, 20.
20 damage, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't feel like you did 20 damage. Most things would crumple and blow like that, and this one, the metal hide is really getting in the way, but you took a chunk, and that's the first real damage this thing's taken.
I'll take it.
And Brixby is up.
All right, Brix is for his standard action. Going to roll with a +8 on his escape artist, get out of this grapple. Doesn't help if you roll a 4, because I'm sure its CMD is higher than a 12.
Alright, Asher is up.
And Asher will reload as his standard action and stay where he is. He's got a loaded gun in one hand and a wand in the other. We'll see how this next turn goes.
Alright, Vargas is up.
Vargas is going to use his spell combat, and the first thing he's going to do is point blank throw acid at this tube next to him. Oh wait, no, because I can't hit that guy from here. And I can't use spell combat and walk over and punch this thing. So you know what? Next turn will be spell combat. He's going to move 15 feet, and we're going to move the 10 feet here, because he said the bed counts as an extra 5. And so he will step to the west, and he's still got his +1 for another couple turns. He's still taking the -2, huh? That hasn't worn off yet.
Right.
12 on the die. That's probably not going to cut it, because I think somebody else got that before. 14.
14, while he is grappled with Brixby, that will hit.
Oh, okay, nice. I'm not going to be able to hurt him, though. I don't know why I'm doing this, because it wasn't a natural 20, so it's not going to do any damage. I should have just kept trying to break that guy out. Yeah, no, that's going to be 2 points of damage.
All right,
No, excuse me, 3 points of damage.
The junk fist pings right off the robot.
Yeah.
Now, this robot, seeing that it's got a bunch of enemies right up in its face right now, it's gonna let Brixby go, and it is going to swing wildly once at each of the people who just hit it. So we'll go Vargas first this time. That is a 23 to hit.
23 is a hit.
Minimum damage, that is 4 damage.
Okay.
And 21 to grab.
Wow. Yeah.
Alright, you are grappled, and it's gonna take a swing at Kira. And since it is currently grappling Vargas, that's only going to be a 7 to hit.
Nope.
Alright. Kira, you are up once more. This thing's got a hold of Junk Punch's middle arm. What can you do?
I guess above the table, can I grapple it while it's grappling something else?
Yeah, you can grapple a creature that's involved in another grapple. You kind of just take over the grapple, which would theoretically free the other one.
Okay. And that's a d20 plus my CMB.
This is a bummer because I did recommend this, but unless you have an improved grapple, it does get a AOL.
Yeah,
Fair.
that's true.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a dumb thing about combat maneuvers.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just roll the hit. Okay, 10 plus 8, 18.
18 does hit.
6, 11, same thing, 20.
Yes.
Right?
20
Yeah.
damage. Another big chunk out of the flying collector robot as it's starting to spark. It's starting to look rough. It's still flying, but some of the servos are kind of misfiring. Maybe it's getting a little wobbly up there. Brixby, you are up.
Well, there is no way for Brixby to do more than 10 points of damage. So Brixby's going to take a 5-foot step to the southeast, and he's going to use his standard action to aid another Vargas in his grapple check. That is an 11 off the die, so that does successfully aid. I was wondering, actually, is there a knowledge I can roll on the tube?
Knowledge engineering, probably.
All right, I'm going to roll on the tube. Ooh, we're looking at a 16 in addition to a 9 minus 1. We're looking at another 24 there, Sam.
Oh, well, this appears to be some sort of pod for storing people. And the room you're in appears to be some kind of sick bay, and the device that it has someone screaming in it looks like it's some sort of medical pod, perhaps for people who are in especially bad states or people who needed to be kept isolated. Some sort of isolation device. It does appear to be locked, and you can see a scanner with a black stripe on it, and then also the glass that is filled with some sort of liquid is scratched from where Vargas punched it.
So Brixby will use this free action and say, "That tube that you were attacking, there is someone in it, but they might be wounded or disoriented. I don't know if they'll be of any help in battle. I'll take a look." And that's it.
Alright, on to Asher's turn.
Well, seeing as I can't damage this flying creature, perhaps I can release whoever's trapped in there. And we'll take a shot at the tube. Unfortunately, killing whoever's inside it. Now I'm going to aim to hit the tube, but not the person. I'm sure that's possible. That is a 13 against the tube's touch AC.
You have touched the tube.
Dope.
It's a tube touch. We have a confirmed tube touch.
Awesome. I don't feel dirty about that at all. That is 7 points of bludgeoning and piercing damage against the tube.
All right. It seems like your tube touch has done some damage. Once again, this appears to be hard, but it is not as hard as the robot that is currently attempting to kill everyone. So you got that going for you.
Yeah. And again, we'll just stay right there. Chipping away.
All right, Vargas is back up. You have a +2 to escape the grapple if you choose to use it. You can also try to take over the grapple if you like.
Well, I'm trying to think. I have a -2 to my strength. I have a whopping +0 to my CMB with that. You know what, though? Since Brixby gave him the aid, he's gonna use it. He is going to attempt to break the grapple. With Brixby's +2, that is a +2 to this roll. That is a 14. Gonna guess that doesn't break it.
Yeah, 14 does not. Its robot hands are just too strong.
And that's his standard action, so he is done.
All right, that brings us back to the robot. This robot is having so much fun smacking everybody. It's going to let Vargas go, and it's going to take one shot at Vargas, one at Kira. So Vargas first. It's an 18 on the die. That is a 23.
That is gonna hit.
We got max damage this time. That's 7 damage.
Okay, Vargas is unconscious.
All right, then it's not going to bother grabbing you. And it'll take a swing at Kira. That is only an 11 to hit.
Oh, actually, hang on. She's raging. No, we're good.
Its turn is over.
No, we're not good. Why are we not good?
What?
It's always been that.
Do you have your grappled or pinned condition still on?
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. That'll do it. That'll do it. Great. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
It's all right. We're all counting on you.
Everything's fine, no pressure, but if you don't kill it this turn, you're probably doomed.
Yeah, sure. Cool.
And no pressure, but here, have a sky medal for a +4 to this roll.
Yeah, I will take it. Ooh, thank God. Okay, that's a 4 on the die, +4. +8, though. 4 + 4, 8, 16.
16 hits exactly.
Yes. Oh, this
Bless
fucking
you,
die.
Asher.
Sorry, more swearing.
Roll high. Roll some good damage.
Okay, 8 + 9, 17.
17 damage. Takes a big chunk out of this thing, and it's sputtering, and it is wobbling, and it's barely still in the air. But unfortunately, it is still up. I said to roll well. All right, Brixby is up.
I'm going to take a move action to pull out a healing potion, and it is a full round action to administer it to him, so I can't really do anything else. You know what? Yeah, no, I can't do anything else beyond that. I'll also take so if I take a move action to take out a healing potion, I will drop my rapier and also take a move action to take out any pick.
All right.
That's what I'm holding now. Yep, that's what I did with my turn. Please don't make fun of me on the internet for it.
And Asher is up.
Yeah, boy. It's going well. He's seen Vargas survive worse, and the creature seems focused on Kira. So with his offhand wand, he will tap Kira on the shoulder and try to keep her alive. Good job, Keep. It looks like just one more good hit. We'll take that thing down.
I hope so.
That's pretty decent. 6 on the dice for 7 points of healing.
Awesome. Kira owes Asher a drink.
Perhaps we could discuss that later. Now doesn't seem to be the ideal time. And yeah, not moving again. Just hanging out. Gun in one hand, wand in the other.
All right. Vargas is unconscious but stable.
He pulls the blankets up over himself and kind of turns sideways and starts snoring.
Yeah, he has conveniently collapsed on a bed, which is nice.
He's fine.
But yeah, he already used his once a day ability to wake back up and punch something, so he is just laying there unconscious.
That's what happens when you go after 2 bosses in one day. brings us back around to the flying robot. And it sputters, and it sparks, and it slaps at Kira. First one is bad roll. That is a 9.
Go for it.
The second one, it's a nat 20.
Okay.
Rolling to confirm. It's a 24 to confirm.
Oh,
So 2d4. That's a total of 11 damage, and it will attempt to grab. That is an 18 on the die. I believe you are grabbed. 23 versus C&B.
Yep, that's a grab. It's a grapple.
You are grappled, and its turn is over.
And as we've previously established, I don't have a one-handed weapon with me, or at least not out, so guess I'll break this hold or try to.
So the other option you do have is to try to take over the grapple, which it would then be grappled and have to try to break out on its turn.
Great. Let's do that. That's a 17 plus... Oh, shoot. Hang on. Plus grapple thing. I gotta add that back in. 17 plus 8.
Okay. So you have grappled the robot.
Sweet deal. So we just hang out now? Gotcha.
Brixby, you are up.
Brixby will take a full round action to administer a Cure Light Wounds potion to Vargas. That's a 7 off the die, so that's an 8.
Okay, Vargas is awake.
And considering that was my full round, I guess after I complete that, I will take a 5-foot step towards the tube to the east with my E-pick and an empty potion vial in my other paw.
All right, and it is Asher's turn.
and Asher, seeing that she's now grappled this flying robot, will try and reach over and around these spinning servos to poke the badly wounded Kira with the wand again, because what else could he do? Ugh, only 3 points of healing.
I will take it.
Yeah, that's it for the heel slinger.
Okay, Vargas is up and awake, but lying in the bed.
Vargas, is it -4 for on the ground or -2 for on the ground?
-4.
Okay, yeah. I'm not going to hit this thing from the ground, but I'm not going to risk standing up. So, you know what? He's just going to swing at it from the ground then. It's +3, -4, so no, I do not hit it. And that's going to be his turn. He's not going to stand up and take that attack.
This thing is in an unfamiliar position of being grappled. I'm going to say it doesn't like it. I think that it is going to... It's going to try to break the grapple. That is a 16 versus your CMD.
You know what? Normally that would not do it, but Kira's now fatigued, so have at it.
All right, it is free. It is floating in front of you. It's clearly nearly busted, but you are exhausted. What are you gonna do?
I'm also going to use my sky metal because I don't trust myself to hit this. So +4, 13 +4 +5, 22.
Yeah, that hits it by a country mile.
Great. 6 +4, 10 is so unfortunate.
10 on the dot.
Yep, it's a 10 total.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to do anything at all.
Cool.
Clangs right off. You know, Kira's just not feeling that rage strength anymore. All right, Brixby, you are up.
So Brixby is a free action. We'll call back to people.
I think we should keep trying to grapple this thing. It just wastes its time.
I'm going to attempt a disable device using my black E-picks. I rolled a flat 10, so that's a +1, making that an 11. So that's a 19 or a 20 if it's a mechanical or high-tech trap.
Unfortunately, that does not hit the DC.
Yeah, that was a
so
crappy roll, unfortunately. You know what? Brix, just to be safe, will pull out a second healing potion and just hold it in his other hand. That's what I'm going to do with my move action, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, we are back around to Asher.
I know you're tired, Kira. Don't give up. You've got this thing in its last blades. And tap you again with the Cure Light Wounds wand. Another 3.
Probably means it can hit me and I won't go down in one.
Yeah, that's it for Asher. Hardness is well, it's hard.
And Vargas is up.
Vargas is going to stay on the ground, and he is going to attempt to defensively shoot acid at this. Okay, I beat that. 17 plus 5 is 22. And now I have to roll to hit the tube. No. Okay, so it is an 8 then. If you hit that tube with acid.
I'm gonna rule that you don't get the -4 for it being in melee because it's a tube. So that's a hit.
So that is a D3. That is max damage, 3 points of damage.
Nice. You're burning and scratching that tube. Any move action?
No, he's just gonna stay on the ground and hope this thing ignores him.
Well, now that it's seen you shooting globs of acid, it knows that you're
I
a
mean,
threat.
it saw me try to hit it last turn too.
That's true. So it's gonna divide its attention. We'll go for Kira first because she's got all the momentum. That is a 13.
No.
No hit?
Yeah.
All right. And Vargas. That's a natural 1. I thought it couldn't miss you because of the prone, but yeah, natural 1's not gonna do it. This is a golden opportunity here.
Okay, 14 plus 5 to hit. 19.
19 hits.
Come on, other dice. Come on, other dice. Okay, that's not gonna do it. That's 8 points of damage. We're gonna be here until midnight.
Nothing at all.
How fatigue sucks.
That's okay. Just another 10 rounds of fatigue, and we'll be fine.
Oh, dope.
Alright, Brixby is up.
Brix is going to take another attempt with the black E-pick, hoping that'll do it with a 13, bringing us to a 22.
A 22 does not unlock the tube.
All right, he's going to mark another tick on this and shout back to his compatriots.
This is gonna take my focused attention. 2 of my average attempts have failed, just as a heads up.
Still holding that healing potion in his other hand, and he is within 5-foot steppy to everybody to full round administer, so he's just going to stay right there.
Alright, we are back up to Asher.
10 more rounds of fatigue, you say? No problem. I have 22 more. Spoiler, it's about to be 21 more charges on this one of Cure Light Wounds as Asher taps it against Kira. Thought he couldn't get even worse. But it did. A 1 on the dice is 2 points of healing. Just burning money. The end of another highly successful turn.
Alright, and Vargas is up.
Vargas is frantically checking our group loot sheet to make sure we didn't sell something.
Judging by the chat, we have all recently looked at the loot sheet.
Do we know who's carrying the strange metallic nets that we took out of that other room?
That's Kira.
Kira is? Okay. Oh yeah, because we said Kira would carry everything because she's got high strength. So Vargas is going to use his free action to say, grappling seems to work pretty well against this thing. Kira, you still have those nets. They looked like they could be made out of something strong enough to hold this thing down for a bit. And then for his actual action, he's going to attempt to pass defensively and fail. It's his turn then.
Alright, the happy fun flying robot friend is going to take its 35th turn. And it will... First swing at Kira is a 14 to hit.
That'll do it.
That is 6 damage and a free attempt to grab. 15 versus your CMD.
Yeah, that's gonna grab. That's a grab.
It is going to take its other slam at Vargas. 15 to slam the prone Vargas.
That still beats me by 1.
That's 4 damage and just a 5 to grapple, so I'm guessing that doesn't work.
Nope, that does not beat me.
Alright, Kira, you are grappled.
Yeah, sure am. So just gonna... Oh, I guess...
Oh, if you... I was just gonna say, if you have any one-handed or light weapons, you could use that. You could do a move action to draw and then attack with that.
Masterwork short sword.
Yeah. We'll draw one of the short swords, and I will roll a 15, 16, plus 3, 19 to hit.
Alright, so yep, you hit it.
This is 1d6. That's fine. 4 points of damage. 4 points of damage.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything.
In it. All right, that's me. I'm gonna grab some new d6s.
All right, Brixby is up.
Man, like, I know I've been talking about the nets like crazy in chat, but I don't think there's any way I could pull it off of Kira. 'Cause you know, it would be like a full round for me to go through her. Mark that one, please. So, I mean, Brix will shout.
Listen, we've got two options. We either, using the net or grapple, incapacitate this thing and tie it up, or we support Kira so she can just beat it with Lucy. It's the only way to do enough damage.
And I'm going to do another attempt at Disable Device. Hoping to roll higher than a 13. All right, that's a 14. So that would be a 23 in total.
Yeah, 23 in total won't do it.
All right.
Are you sure? I think the DC goes down every time you swipe the cards.
I've heard that.
Unfortunately, no.
That's Brixby's very effective turn.
Well, he's probably a little bit thrown off by the, life or death fight behind him, and then the person in the tube screaming and pounding to get out.
The person in the tube is not pulling their weight.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, Asher's gonna boop Kira with a wand, because that's what he can do. All right, best heal in a while. 5 points of healing.
Hey, 5 points.
Big time stuff.
Double digits. All right.
Hey.
All right, Vargas is up.
Can Vargas rifle through Kira's stuff without having to stand up?
He can, but it still provokes from where he is.
Okay.
Though actually, the robot is currently grappled with
Oh,
Kira.
yeah, that's right. Oh, if it's... Yeah, so you know what? He's going to stand up then while it's grappled so that he stops taking all these negatives. Can't attempt to hit it, so he's just going to stand up and then fire acid at that thing again. An 11 to hit the tube with acid.
Tube is struck.
That is a 4, so that is a 2. That is 2 points of acid.
Cracks are starting to spiderweb across this thing. It looks like it's gonna give. And we are back to the robot. It's gonna let go of the grapple, and it's gonna take its swings at its two friends. The swing at Kira is a 17.
That's a hit.
4 damage, and a 22 to grapple.
Is so good at grappling.
It is rolling consistently high on that second roll. And a natty 1 to hit Vargas, so at least there's one silver.
I really wish we had a fumble deck. Because that's 2 natural ones that thing's gotten.
Yeah, Kira, you're up.
All right. Well, hey, we are down to just 8 rounds of fatigue left, so that's everything is going so good. I'm gonna see if I can re-grapple it.
Got that short sword crit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I'll hit it. No, I won't. That's a 3 on the die.
That is unlikely to do
Yeah,
it.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's like a plus 3. Yeah. No.
I think the batteries on that thing have got to be running low, though, right? It's got to stop to
I've been
recharge.
here for literally hours.
Brixby, it's back up to you.
He is going to, in fact, full attack the tube. It might seem crazy, but he's feeling crazy because literally nothing else is working. So rapier first, 14 off the die. I'm assuming that's going to hit it.
Yep.
But that is only 3 points of damage. Tailblade plus 0 on this. That's a 19, but it crits on a 20. Oh, that's
20 only.
lame. And that is only what, like a 1d2 minus 1? Yeah, so I do 1 point of damage no matter what I roll. So yeah, that's going to be another 1 point of damage on top of that. That'll be 4 in total. Unless there's
Alright.
hardness taking away from that. Oh, you know what? I couldn't have done that in the first place. I literally said I dropped my rapier.
Yeah.
It's true.
So, I mean, I'm fine to just, like, I wasted my turn. I rolled and I missed. Hands off the chess piece, so let's just go on.
Alright, Asher, you're up.
Well, it's a great heal. That was a 7 on the dice for 8 points of healing to Kira. What a star-ranged martial character. Give it up for Asher. And that's his turn.
Alright, Vargas, you are up, and we're in round 600,000 of the greatest radio fight of all time.
Oh my god.
So, since
Is it standard to just edit out rounds of combat when you're doing one of
It
these?
has to be. Like, nothing has happened.
It was really exciting for a while there. We're going to play rounds 12 through 40 at like 1.5 speed, and everyone's going to think that their podcatcher broke.
Since it's grappling Kira right now, he will take his entire turn to rifle through her belongings and find one of those nets.
All right.
And that is his turn.
You have retrieved a stowed item, and it will once again forsake its grapple in favor of slamming the two people in front of it. It's going to go for Vargas first this time. That is a 17.
That is a hit.
6 damage.
Okay, Vargas is unconscious.
Oh, it's not going to try to grab you then, and it's going to slam Kira one more time. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Minimum damage, 4 damage, and the grapple. That might not do it. That is a 12.
No, we're fine. Hooray! Everything is okay.
You're free.
So loud. Sorry.
All right, Kira, you're up. You are free. You're holding a short sword.
Free, holding a short sword. God, I really wish I had a two-handed weapon.
Well, you can two-hand the short sword.
Yeah, do some more damage.
You could also drop your short sword and take out Lucy.
Yeah, no, that might work. All right, let's do that.
5 foot
Yeah.
step back.
Yep. It's,
Oh, yeah, because it's the 10.
it's too close for that. Yeah. Yeah, so she'll drop this great sword, take out Lucy, 5 foot step. That's not far enough back. I have to step right here. To the east over the body of the former robot that has been out for probably years by now.
Mm-hmm.
And swing with Lucy. Come on, Lucy. That's a 4 on the die, plus 3 because I'm fatigued. Oh, I'm still not grappled. So
Yeah.
it's 4. Doesn't hit. Doesn't matter.
That will not hit.
Gonna be here until we die.
Well, that
All
is
right.
Slowest TPK.
So, this is going to be a semi-complicated round action, but I am going to take a 5 foot step west towards Vargas. Free action, drop the Blackie pick and the remaining health potion. It does not shatter. I stop it with my foot. Going to use my move action to pick up the net that Vargas grabbed. I assume that since it's not in his stuff and it's in his hands, it's only a move action for me to take it from him.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then I'm going to use a standard action to attempt to net this
Yeah,
thing.
Brixby.
So is that a ranged? That's a ranged touch, right? To use a net. It's been a long time since I've gladiated.
Man, net rules. Yeah.
Pretty sure it is against touch AC.
It's range touch, yeah.
All right, cool. Got a +5 on this roll. Yes. All right. We are looking at a 12 on the die. That is a 17 range touch attack.
All right, your target is entangled.
Yes. That's all of Brixby's turn, or that's all of Brixby's move. Everything. That's his whole turn. That's everything, Sam. That's it, everybody. Good night. Goodbye.
All right.
Good night, Zach. Wait,
The podcast is canceled. All right, Asher is up.
I think you forgot to mention that as the net that gets tangled around the rotors, it deals damage to the creature and it dies.
Actually, what happens to a flying creature when it's entangled? That's a
It
good
implodes.
question. It doesn't say, and it's not one of those. It's not like a tanglefoot bag that takes you down to the ground. I'm gonna say it's gonna have to make a fly check to not fall on its turn. That's what I'm gonna say, because we may have found the one thing that Pathfinder doesn't have a rule for. Which, congratulations, everyone. But I'm probably wrong. I'm sure there's a detailed treatise on what happens.
Sky
here.
metal. Oof, okay.
It would not affect it because it's not tethered to anything. It's just hampering its movement, but it wouldn't take it out of flight.
Yeah, moves at half speed, takes a -2 penalty on all attack rolls, and a -4 to dexterity.
Cool. Asher is, because I'm pretty sure he hasn't reloaded yet, because he's just been healing instead. He's going to take a standard to reload this turn and not heal. That's probably going to be fine. Asher will, being one of the healthiest people around, take a 5 foot step directly in front of the creature and say, "Hey, you flying hunk of garbage. If you're going to try and grab somebody, grab me."
All right. Vargas is unconscious, so
Yeah.
He's just hanging out.
Vargas is in his natural habitat.
This creature is going to take Asher's invitation and attempt to grab him.
Dope.
Slam him first. That's a nat 20.
Cool.
So rolling to confirm, we do have that -2. That is only a 7 to confirm.
Well, that misses. Does not confirm against my 18 AC.
Okay, that is max damage, 7 damage.
You?
And we're going to go for that grapple. Only a 13 to grapple.
Nope. Does not do my 15 CMD.
Alright, it's going to slam you with its other hand. And this time, that is an even 20.
Yep, still hits.
7 more damage.
You?
And it's going to try to grapple you. That's a nat 20 on the grapple check.
Yeah, weirdly enough, that doesn't work. Yeah, I'm grappled.
Alright, you are grappled, and the robot is also grappled, and Kira is 10 feet away. So, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna hit it. Or I'm gonna try to hit it. I can swing through Asher's Square, right?
Yeah, he's gonna get, it's gonna get cover from him. But
Yeah,
if you take a
I'll
5
do
foot
that
step
then.
to
Here,
the
have
north, it'll be
my
less
have my
cover.
remaining sky medal.
Yeah, I will 5 foot step to the north. That's still 10 feet. Take that remaining sky metal. I will try and hit this thing. Please, 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 please. Okay, that is a 7 plus 4 plus 5. 18.
An 18 will hit.
Yes. Another dice.
Do some real damage here.
Okay, that's more than 10. 9 plus 4, 13.
13 is the exact
Yes.
number that you needed. It had
Oh my
3
God.
HP left. It has hardness 10, and robots don't get staggered. The collector robot clatters to the ground. Deactivated, damaged, destroyed, whatever you want to call it. The fight is over. 200 years later.
We're level 3. We just beat this book. Thank you, Neil Spicer. This was great.
Holy cow.
What the heck? What in the actual heck? Like, look, I have never felt so incompetent playing Pathfinder as I have during this adventure path. I mean, I realize I'm not like working with a character that does well with hardness and melee damage and whatnot, but like, oh my god.
Nobody is going to beat 10 hardness reliably at level 2.
Yeah,
So I assumed we
fighter,
were supposed to
barbarian.
get this guy out, but even that appears to be at least a DC 24 check to get him out. So I don't know what the heck they expected us to do for this.
I mean, probably replace an ineffectual character like me with the plant friend from the previous room. If you hadn't lied to them, they would have joined the party, would have replaced the rogue, and you would have had a plant friend to handle all of this for you.
Well, I knew who my backup's gonna be.
Yeah, but all his stuff was mind affecting. He wouldn't have done any good against robots.
Asher will wriggle out from underneath this collector robot, and he is very badly wounded but still alive, and he'll look at Kira and smile and say, I knew you could do it. Thank you. You've saved us all.
Yeah, we should leave. I don't like it here.
I need to rest. I know the rest of us do. But we need to figure out if it's worth leaving or bunkering down in here. But before all of that, we need to get this person out of this tube.
No one's going to sleep with him screaming.
There are 4 beds right here, but it is rather inconvenient. It is mortal suffering.
Perhaps we could drape a blanket over it to mute the sound.
Like a pet bird, he'll think it's nighttime and get quiet. Right.
We keep breaking the tube.
Yeah, Vargas is still just sleeping peacefully.
Oh, yeah.
He's snoring away. He's actually got a smile on his face.
So Brix is just gonna dump that other. Oh, actually, you know what? We should save the dumpies. That's awful. Should save.
It's been a very long night.
Oh, God. I don't know what that was supposed to mean,
I
but
meant to say. I was saying I'm gonna dump the potion into his mouth, and I was like, let's save that. We need boops from the wand because we're out of combat, and I don't need to administer an expensive consumable. but I put it so eloquently.
Yeah, you always gotta trade your dumpies for boops.
That's clearly what the name of the episode is going to be.
Oh.
For anyone listening, we've been in combat for 10 hours. It's like 3 a.m. We're all
Oh my
exhausted.
Dead.
However long that felt to listen to, it was 12 to 15 times as long.
Jeff, the player, is dead.
But yeah, I guess Vargas is dying, so let's hit him with the wand.
Just gotta.
Well, he looks pretty stable. I think we'll just take care of it in the morning. Now, yeah, Asher has not been busting up laughing like me, so he would, seeing as Vargas is unconscious, we'll go over there and say, "Oh, poor Junk Punch. He looks so peaceful, I hate to wake him. Especially if we are gonna go sleep right after this. It just seems cruel to interrupt his... Oh, well." And then, yeah, boops of the wand. We don't need to draw this out, although I could. Boop number 1, maximum boopage, 9.
That's a real dumpy of a boop right there.
Can't even.
He's awake at that one.
Well, then the next is a garbage minimum boop of 2, followed by 5. One more for the road.
I think I'm good.
Okay. Some self booping, 8, and Asher needs at least one more. 7. Yeah, that's good. I'm only down 2, which is actually better than when I entered the fight. Down 3. How's Kira? Another Kira and Brixby. I know your character's name. With this fight has lasted so long that I'm forgetting my own name.
Yeah, not great.
Brixbo is pretty low. Like I said, I mean, I'm not knocked out, so I still feel like this dude in the tube. But at the same time, who knows? He could also be an enemy unto himself. But I was going to say we should probably free this guy before dealing with my scratchies. But at the same time, I don't know.
Well,
I'm not going to turn down healing.
a 6 to Brixby and a 7 to Kira. Boop boop. And then we can take care of the tube guy, I guess. And then there could be more booping if necessary.
Perfect. Oh no, not 4 damage.
What are you doing for tube guy?
I want to hit it.
You do have a hammer of smashing. And by the time I'm done booping, you might be not fatigued anymore.
There. Oh, I feel like I can at least take 2 rounds off that. Okay, I'm gonna hit it. Gonna hit it. Hey, there's a 18. Sorry, we'll have to edit that out. 18 plus up.
Mark it. Hour 17, minute 34.
I'm just glad it's not me who's swearing all the time now.
18 plus 5.
Yeah, you hit the tube.
Cool. 8 plus 4, 12 points of tube damage.
All right, you punch Lucy's head through the glass, and the cracks spider out all across the tube, and then it does that very dramatic delayed shatter where it falls down to the ground, and all the water comes gushing out, and a human man who is, of course, quite naked, comes tumbling out of the tube onto the ground at your feet. His legs are just a total mess of lacerations and wounds. They look like they're healed over, but it looks like there's been pieces of them removed and they've been just like torn to shreds. And his hair is soaking wet, but it's black with a little bit of gray around the edges, and his eyes are wild and confused, and he lands on the ground and he just sort of pushes himself up, and he looks at you with absolutely no recognition on his face. You recognize the face of Connor Bain, yes. But he just says oh
my god. Night, Sam.
Night,
Night,
Sam.
Night, Sam. You sure you don't want to do 16 more rounds of combat?
Nope.
I guess I actually got to be up for work in 10 minutes. So.
Against the machine. Against the machine.
Pod Against the Machine is property of its creators, all rights reserved. Pathfinder and the Iron Gods Adventure Path are properties of Paizo Publishing. Please visit them at paizo.com for more information. Theme Against the Machine, written and performed by our own Zach. Please consult the show notes for additional music and sound effect licensing information.
Holy shit. We're done recording, right? That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh wow, we
Yeah.
just passed the 2-hour mark.